I'm here at the MoCap studio with Concrete and B-Dash. Guys, I'm cracking up on the sideline and some of the stuff you're doing. What's this feeling like?
Hey, honestly, it was like a curiosity that I always wanted to fulfill. And if I could do this for the rest of my life, I would.
Trying to make sure that, you know, when everybody sees it's like, oh, that's B-Dash or that's Concrete. Yeah. So we trying to figure that out too.
So cool.
For somebody like me that's a little dancing challenged, where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you...
.30 tonight. I can feel it. I got those tickets you asked for too.
That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. D.A., it's all yours.
Well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it had been an 18-year dry spell. They hadn't won a playoff series since 2001, the longest such drought in the league. But with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way, the times are indeed changing in Brew City. Kevin?
They are fun to watch. Thank you, David. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Milwaukee. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Charlotte, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And you know, for the Hornets, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Monk and Batum, the wings. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at point. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Jay out there at Bledsoe. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is and finding that out. Oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Antetokounmpo over Washington. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. To the right side. Here's Graham. Carries it down low.
And Monk is a solid passer. I know he's a great shooter, but he passes it pretty well, too, especially when he's locked in and focused.
Here's Jay. Giannis right side. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
The shot's good from Jay.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open out to Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Here's Graham, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Good D by Bledsoe.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Graham with the ball. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Batum. To the paint. Now, here's Biyombo. Lopez covering. Just 5 on the clock. And here is Monk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, Monk is so lethal and efficient as a scorer. I mean, great range, always hunting his shot. I'd like to see him work on his passing, but, man, he can put it in the basket.
Jay, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot.
And Antetokounmpo really, building on his shooting. That's impressive to see. No way the defense catches up to him when he's rising up right after he gets the pass. No way.
Here's Green. Pass to Batum. Here's Washington. Ball's knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Jay, the pass to Giannis. Shoots the 3, and he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Jay. Jay's got 9 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And he jams it with authority.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Graham gets the Monk. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Jay, the pass to Bledsoe. And the layup falls.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Batum. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game. I tell you what, time is moving on now. When you think about Nick Batum, has been in the league a decade now. Wow. Throughout his career, this guy's been consistent in terms of his versatility and production.
Now, here's Lopez. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. You look at Washington. Fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier rim protector in this year's rookie class.
And it's so valuable to have a guy back there who can erase mistakes. Really important. On the ball, off the ball, doesn't matter. You put up a shot in his house, and he'll swat it out the door.
And with Batum, Clark, that versatility is what makes him so great.
Well, if you need him to score, he can. If you need him to create and rebound, he can do that too. He's just a very versatile player. It seems like every season Batum is able to plug in and play a different role and do it at a high level.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Charlotte.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake. Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
Now, here's Monk. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
Jay, the pass to Lopez. Here's Jay. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. The efficiency of Giannis, Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we've got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
Here's Monk. After the made shot from Jay, the shot, no good.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion, you'll have periods like this.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Misses the chippy right there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Monk. And too long on the shot.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now, here's Monk. 7 points in the game. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Charlotte, Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. And it's Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. We have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who is the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Now, here's Rozier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier. Is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Jay, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
There's the pass to Graham. Passes it to Biyombo. Takes it to Batum. 4 on the clock. On the high post. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Middleton on the wing. Wide open look. Good as the jump shot falls. And it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the start of the 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Back to Monk. To Graham. Stolen by Bledsoe. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. Here's Jay. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 17 points for Jay. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Monk. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. The city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And the Hornets call time here. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future. Numbers for Jay. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging 33 points, 14 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
Lopez outside. Second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Here's Green, guarded by Bledsoe. Now, here's Monk. He's got 9. Here's Washington. In close, he hits it. Washington's got 8.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Lopez left side. Pass to Jay. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. No good from Bledsoe. Hornets trail by 16. Graham. He's got 6. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-4 run. And Lopez throws it down.
Putting that Stanton to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
Here's Green. A A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game, and it's good 2 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against Cleveland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
The Bucks have been coming through at the Charities Fair. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Now the pass to Monk, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Washington, covered by Giannis. Pass to Monk, fires the 3, and it's blocked. Clock is at 3. Deep.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this boy. Man.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with the stop.
No question about it. Bledsoe has major bounce now. Fantastic at elevating and throwing it down.
And so here's Charlotte. Stolen by Middleton. Only one man back on D. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And the Hornets call time here.
Guys, you know, last season the Hornets coming up short at the end. They were right in the hunt, but finished 9th in the East. It really was a solid season for them, but they were hoping for a return to the playoffs.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. 1 second left. No good on that one. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, you know, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the Hornets, Monk and Batum, the wing. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. And so it's Charlotte with it. Lopez with the steal. Here's Bledsoe, and the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got 10 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Washington. And it's sent back by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and terrific rejection as well.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Graham, guarded by Bledsoe. Outside, Batum. 5 on the clock. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Graham kicks to Monk. And they get it. That one off the back iron and out.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3, but only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Stolen by Bledsoe. 5-on-3 break. Here's Antetokounmpo.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Monk with the ball. He's got 9. Pass to Graham. Back to Monk. 5 to shoot. And he hits the jumper for 2. Monk's got 11.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Feeds it to Giannis. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Biyombo kicks to Green. Back to Biyombo. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Lopez. Here's Jay. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Well, last season, Chris Middleton was asked Clark to change his game, and even though it took some adjusting, the results were there.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's not easy for a guy of Middleton's ability. Early in the year, Coach Bud asked him to take on less for the good of the team. That meant less post-ups from Middleton, less shot creation from him, and the numbers for Middleton went down, but the success of the team took a big bounce forward.
The Bucks making a change here. Ilyasovas checked in. On offense, here are the Bucks. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. Hits. Caught that one from James.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. And there's the pass to Monk. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Monk's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Bledsoe. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers...
Charlotte's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. We've got Brown, Murray out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Jay in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
6 on the shot clock. Williams with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Brown. That one goes in. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And here is Rozier. Pass to Washington. Murray against Batum. Shoots from the elbow. No good there. And Milwaukee the other way now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Hornets shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Now, here's Rozier. He's tightly guarded. Washington passes to Monk. Drills it from outside.
Nothing quite as good as seeing Monk shoot that 3 ball. I mean, fantastic at measuring those long-range shots up and knocking them down.
Here's the dish to Brown. Jay. Rozier defending. Jay, the pass to Lopez. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Rozier. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Jay, the pass to Lopez. And a missed layup.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Pass to Rozier. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hornets have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. The pass to Monk. With the floater, and that one drops. Monk's got 5 points now in the quarter.
We know he can shoot deep. He also has a nice touch inside, so Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Spalding. Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shot.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Milwaukee.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Here's Monk. Pocket 6. Pass to Chile. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Williams.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. No, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Martin's checked in for the Hornets. The Hornets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. To the middle. Here's Spalding. Lays it up and banks it in.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Bucks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Jay, the pass to Williams. He can't get it to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Jay.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And Williams throws it down.
Well, I like the thrust on those jams. I mean, Williams is somebody you got to keep out of the paint.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Chile. Outside Martin. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. He was all alone on that. 32 points for Jay.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. That's his 4th foul.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, it's Shaq. Great job locking down the W. I saw all roads going through you on the offensive end. You smell barbecue chicken or what?
Honestly, big fella, I'm getting that chicken with the blue cheese. But you know it's all the same. I'm just happy to get out and get the win. I thought we did a great job of creating mismatches, exploiting switches. The timing of our plays was on point. But really, we maximized what we did well as a group.
Man, barbecue chicken and blue cheese? Gotta try that combination.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaq, for Kenny, for Kevin Harlan, for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yo, Che. What's up? I want you to meet Chris. All right, he trains a lot of our guys in the offseason.
Oh, I know Chris, man. I follow you on Instagram. What's up?
Big fan of your game, Che.
For real?
Yeah, gotta respect someone that stands up for what's right.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
So look, if you ever want to get in the gym, just hit me up and we can get to work.
For sure.
I got a lot of trust in Chris, all right? Use him. He's a good resource.
Will do, man. I'll take you up on that.
Appreciate the trust, Coach.
All right, guys.
You guys have a pretty nice win streak going on, but I'm wondering if there's anything you can improve on. How do you keep pushing yourself when the team is finding so much success?
Like Coach says, you can never be satisfied. And there's always stuff to work on. We're winning games right now, but if you go back and look at the tape, there's a possession where I missed the read, or a possession where our rotations could have been sharper. So there's always stuff to work on. That never goes away. We always got to improve, day by day, week by week, year by year.
Nice game, Che. I bet you wish you could play these guys every night.
Hey, man, I'm not about to sit here and trash those guys, all right? I have a lot of respect for them. It just wasn't their night. Win some, you lose some.
You